Alright, what's going on everybody, it's Thundershot, and I'm here today to go ahead and do that Q&A video I promised you guys. I think I'm like a day late or so on it, but it'll be okay. Anyways, first things first though, just so you guys know, I put up a new video on my Thundershot CPR channel. It's a funny one, but a lot of people might not understand it, so I'm going to put up a video on my channel within the next day or so explaining it, and then once it gets explained, you guys will totally understand why I did what I did and why it might be funny and or stupid at the same time. But anyways, let's get into this. So, I got my Q&A video. I was going to do the fancy thing where I put all the questions up on screen, but I don't have enough time for that, and I'm sorry. So here we go. I'm just going to go down the list. I didn't filter any of these or anything like that. We're just going to read them all. Hell yeah. Okay, not a question. Moving on. That one came from Lucas Solantis. If I butcher your name, by the way, I'm sorry. There are people telling me yes to do the face cam thing, whatever. Am I going to play more DBZ games? Yeah, when they come out, eventually. What's your real name? Austin. Where do you live? America. It's about as pinpoint as we're going to get for right now. How old are you? I'm 20. I'm going to be 21 on the 12th. How do you look? And that's about how I look, so there we go. Yeah, man, let's see your face. It gets more face cam stuff. Do you have an Xbox Live account? And the truth is, I actually do have an Xbox Live account on my parents' Xbox. Don't try to guess what it is. I don't even remember what the numbers are at the end of Thundershot anyway. Don't try to guess what it is. Please don't add it. I'm not going to add you on my Xbox Live account because it's my parents and it's what they use to watch like Netflix and Hulu, so please don't try to add it. I made the account when we very first got the Xbox. I've never played anything with it online. The only time I ever actually had the Xbox or played it was when I did the Banjo-Kazooie playthrough for you guys, which, by the way, is one of my favorite playthroughs of all time that I've done, so link to that will be down below just in case you've missed the Banjo-Kazooie playthrough, but it's amazing. When is the next Raging Blast 2 stream? To be announced, and it will be announced soon, like within the next week and a half to 2 weeks, as when you guys will know when it's coming up, so there we go. Are you looking forward to the character creation part of the new DBZ game? And then he refers to the guy with red hair. Oh, I haven't been reading people's names. Sorry. Psych asked me all the questions. Dr. Love said, yeah, man, let's see your face. FL Lewis says, do you have an Xbox Live account? And Danny Debonetto said, when is the next Raging Blast 2 stream? Sorry about that. So Ollie34576 says, are you looking forward to the character creation part of the new DBZ game? And then he refers to the guy with red hair and the Saiyan Scouter and the cape and all that stuff. I've done a video on it, you know what it is. It is, yes, I would love character creation. The problem is that character creation hints at it being Ultimate Tenkaichi 2, which did a really bad, like their character creation part was okay, but the game itself sucked, so that's why I'm almost kind of not looking forward to it. Let me get back to where I was. I accidentally scrolled out of my spot here. How good were you with Kha'Zix before the patch? Because, okay, that's the Blue Fusion or TSM Cheese Nugget, but anyways, yeah, he knows what he said. What program do I use to edit? I use Sony Vegas Pro 12. What's your favorite DBZ saga? If you followed me relatively closely, you know that my favorite DBZ saga in itself is probably the Cell Saga, just because Teen Gohan was my favorite character in the entire game, so there's that. Who's your favorite character in the DBZ universe? Oh, hey. Oh, this comes from Niall Brooks, by the way, and Mitchell Thomas asked me what program I used to edit. I need to keep better update on that. Yeah, favorite character, I just said that. He says his is Trunks, so there you go. Tim Lucas says, do you think Quaman's Land is a good Dragon Ball Z info source? That's how I found your channel. Yes, Quaman's Land is a very good DBZ info source. The thing about the difference between us is I update you guys on news and stuff like that. And I mean, obviously I cover the game department. That's my main thing is video games. But then I also update you guys on anything that has to do with Dragon Ball Z news. So, my camera is freaking out on me. Hope this doesn't look weird. But yeah. What he does is he actually goes back and he does old theory videos. If you guys want to know stuff like what would happen if future Trunks came back during the Buu Saga, right? Like, that's the pretty big question, and there could be a lot of answers from it, but he answers that. In the Cell Saga, why didn't Goku take Gohan with him into the Hyperbolic Time Chamber? They could have gone back for a second time. Goku chose not to. He still ended up being stronger than Vegeta and future Trunks anyways. But he does theory videos like that. So I'm going to leave a link to Quaman's channel, Quaman's Land's channel down below. Check that out. He has a crap load of theory videos. Like anything you could have ever thought of as to a question Dragon Ball Z didn't answer, he covers that. So yeah, link to that down below. If you're big into Dragon Ball Z, you will get a pretty good kick out of Quaman's Land's channel. Anyways, Numbers Hyper Shadow Numbers says, do you think there is any chance the new Dragon Ball game can have Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT characters? Also, do you think the gameplay is going to be like a fusion between BT3, Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and Raging Blast 2? That's what we can hope for, right? That would essentially be the perfect game. If it had all those characters, character creation, which we've already seen, and a mix between Budokai Tenkaichi 3 and Raging Blast 2, personally, I would be fine with it left to Budokai Tenkaichi 3 because that game did a couple things right, but Raging Blast 2 messed up, such as transformations, not giving you health back or any kind of real boost at all. Where in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, your character did get stronger, they did get a bigger health bar, stuff like that, so there you go. Where do you live? USA. From Trey Sager, something like that. Lucky Polar 9 says, how huge are your balls? Okay, so have you guys ever seen that episode of South Park, right? Where Randy gets testicular cancer and he has to carry his balls around in a gigantic wheelbarrow, like walking through the city and like this wheelbarrow. You seen that episode? My balls are nowhere near that big. That's insanely huge. All right, what's your favorite sport? Favorite sport to watch is football, American football, for those of my European friends over there, or anyone across not in America, pretty much. American football. And favorite sport to watch is American football. Favorite sport to play, like in high school, growing up, stuff like that, was definitely baseball. Although I will admit I don't watch baseball except for the World Series. Same thing with the NBA. I was never good at basketball ever, but I watch the NBA when the finals roll around and stuff like that. So there's that. I usually don't upkeep on the other two sports nearly as much as I do football, though. Favorite DBZ character. Favorite Pokemon game. What is your job? Favorite DBZ character. I already said that. Favorite Pokemon game. Second generation. I've said that before. Second generation, probably Crystal, if I had to narrow it down, just because it's got everything. What is your job? I'm not going to talk about that right now. Retail. We'll say I work in retail. Because I do. I'm not like lying. I don't like sell drugs on the side or anything. I work in retail. What's your favorite Dragon Ball Z character from the Cell games? Okay, I've answered that. And then from Bill's age. The favorite character in the Bill's time period. That's actually a good one. I'm a pretty big fan of Whis so far, to be honest. I don't know, something about his character strikes me, but I probably needed more time to think on that one. But there's my straight shoot answer. I hope GT is in the new Dragon Ball Z game. He did DB capital and then Z. And, okay, that was by Bendover. Oh, Carter Bolin asked me who my favorite character was from the Cell Saga and the Bill Games age. And Matthew Schmidt, he follows me on Twitter, asked me my favorite Pokemon game. And Zero Fio asked me my favorite sport. Okay, I'm all caught up. Sorry about that. Kid Bujanimba asked me a bunch of questions that I'm not going to answer because he asked me like 50 questions. But thank you, Kid Bujanimba, for your gigantic question. Do a face cam. Done. What's your real name, Austin? Those both come from Adam Kroak? Sorry, Adam. I can't. I'm really bad at reading names. Okay. What editing program do you use? Sony Vegas Pro 12. How do you get money from YouTube? John. Well, first of all, Charlie Mine asked what editing program to use, but then John, that's his only name is just John, says, how do you get money from YouTube? Basically, once you become a YouTube partner, which you can do if you've uploaded like 2 or 3 videos that get like 20 views each, it doesn't take a lot before YouTube asks you if you want to be a partner. Then you can monetize your videos, and then every time somebody watches a video that is monetized, you get a little portion of what that monetization is. Now, people who use AdBlock prevent you from getting money from YouTube, so if you have AdBlock on your laptop or computer, I can only ask you to turn it off if you watch, not mine, but anybody's YouTube videos, because you are keeping them from getting paid for what they're doing. If not, whatever, keep running your AdBlock. And then if you watch on mobile, I'm not going to ask you to not watch on mobile because it's such a convenience, but if you watch on mobile, those views, even though they're monetized, YouTube decides they're just going to keep those because YouTube's an asshole like that, so YouTube just keeps those if you watch them on mobile. But yeah, anytime you watch an ad on almost anyone's channel, sometimes third-party companies come in and make you watch ads that person doesn't get paid for. Like Clawman's Land, all of his videos get copyrighted by Dragon Ball Z pretty much because they're like, hey, you're using our stuff. And then so you might see ads on his videos even though he doesn't yet have a YouTube partnership, or he just, I don't know, talk to him about it. But yeah, there's stuff like that. But all my stuff, anytime you see an ad on my video, I'm getting paid for it unless you're watching on mobile, which again is fine. And that's about how it works. And then Luke Hazeltine says, well, you need 10,000 subs or more, and he's completely false because I had this when I had less than 1,000 subs is when I got my partnership with YouTube, so don't believe that. Intellectual Dubstep says, what does it mean to be a YouTuber? Does this job and its popularity mean anything to you, and why? PS prediction, the DBZ game will play like Budokai, have an original story, and hopefully what ifs. Well, I love your PS prediction. That's exactly what we're all hoping for. But what does it mean to be a YouTuber? Does this job and its popularity mean anything to you? And why so? Well, of course it does, otherwise I wouldn't do it. I don't know, I started doing it. I watched YouTubers a lot when I was in junior high and then through high school and stuff like that. And I enjoyed it a lot. Like, I don't know. I like the people I watch, obviously, that's why I watched them, but I wanted to do what they did, and I finally got around to doing it once I moved out and got my own place, so that's about it. I really enjoy it, otherwise I would stop, so there you go. And, oh, one more question. Thundershot69 asks, will you be streaming today at 5 p.m. Central Time, and will it be Fallout New Vegas? That's an oddly specific question, Thundershot69, but yes, I will be streaming today at 5 p.m. Central Time, and it will be Fallout New Vegas, so get ready for that, guys. But yeah, that's going to do it for this part. I want to thank all you guys for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. As always, I'm Thundershot. Thank you for the Q&A video. I'll be doing an update video on my Thundershot CPR. Links to everything down below. I mentioned my Banjo-Kazooie playthrough for whatever reason, but if you haven't seen it, it's a good one. Quaman's Lance channel, you guys Dragon Ball Z fans, go just look at his channel. Look through his videos, and if any of his videos strike you, watch them, and then I guarantee you, you're going to be impressed. He puts a lot of work into his videos. And yeah, whatever else links I decided to throw down there. That's going to do it for this part. I want to thank all you guys for coming out. I hope you enjoyed the Q&A video of Thundershot, and I'm out. Peace, guys.